everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. Ohio State pulled out a classic and won close over the Wolverines last season.
Man, it's so nice to know you got a team that in the biggest moments in the game, the huge rivalry game, your big game of the year, they can come up clutch and make those big...
Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack, now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Walker to throw. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Reads it, fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying play action. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially the...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Moses, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They boot it away. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The short hands. It's Ross. Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Walker will fire. On target. He's loose. Got some room under the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to throw again. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Moore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. They're going to run it. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Gets it to him on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The field goal is no good. Guys, the missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They'll go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Walker to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the fly sweep. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man, it's Cantrell. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Walker will fire. Complete. Jumped on top of the pile. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Looking for a gap. It's Sexton. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Moore. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 4 over UConn. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quick strike complete. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. It doesn't matter who's guarding and what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Walker to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Off play action on first down. The throw, and he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got his man on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Moore. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle. It's Hansen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. with a gun. The running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Walker will fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man down the middle. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 35. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So here comes the Michigan offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Direct snap. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Walker to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to turning it on. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Creates a little space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. From the gun, to give, looking for room. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he drops the throw. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, you get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. That's reeled in. It's Baker. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Gets the back moving. Walker will fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge, and I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. They just keep firing. Makes the grab.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for space, it's Sexton. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Firing to the right, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Wants to go up top. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, as they punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's got it again. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Walker to throw. Pulls it in, it's Cantrell. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires left. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 33 to Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of...
Lofts one high and deep. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Going to swing it on second down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. It's complete to the left. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Wants to fire on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT finally, and the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.